Hello students, I am Anuradha Kadam and today we are going to take a review of 7th Science 9 chapter Soil.
So first we will just discuss what is soil. Soil is one of the most important natural resource. It supports the growth of the plants by holding the roots firmly and supplying water and nutrients. It is the home for many organisms. Soil is essential for agricultural purpose also. As agriculture provide food, clothing and shelter for all. Soil is thus an inseparable part of our life. So, as we have discussed that soil is very important because it is the one of the important natural resource. Natural resources means what? Yes, natural resources are those resources which we are getting from the nature only. Means we are not able to create it artificially. The what is means why the soil is required, means as we are dependent on the plants and plants are able to grow in the soil only, as the roots are holding the soil, and through the soil only they are getting the water as well as minerals, and then they are able to prepare the food. So in this way the soil is very important for agriculture purposes. So because from the agriculture purpose on means because the agriculture only provide us the food, clothing and shelter, and soil is also provides the shelter. So the beetles are there, ants are there, so many small organisms are there which are living in the soil. So soil is very important. Now we will see the layer of the soil. So here you are able to see the different layers of the soil. So the first or the uppermost layer is the organic layer, then the top soil, subsoil, then parent material, and then the bedrock. So the top soil is useful for growing the different plants. Now see, whatever the small plants are there, they are holding this top soil only, but the big plants or the big trees are there, they penetrate deep and deep in the layer of the soil. So the first topsoil is actually the important part of the layer for growing the plants. Okay, now see below that, and this yes, this topsoil is very, what we can say, very means rich in the humus. Humus means humus is the dead and decaying organic matter. So the topsoil is very rich in the humus. Just below the topsoil there is the subsoil. So this subsoil is very enriched in the minerals. So as you are able to see here, the roots are penetrated from up, means it is coming from the topsoil, and from the subsoil it just enter in the parental material. So in this way the roots are getting all the nutrients as well as the minerals also. Just below it, parental material means from the bedrock, whatever what we can say, the small rocks forms. Okay, so these are in the portion of this parental material, and that bedrock is the last layer, or the what we can say, it is the hard layer of the soil. And yes, it is very big rock, means very big rocks are there, and actually it is very difficult to dig. Now soil profile. So in the soil profile, a vertical section through a different layer of the soil is called as a soil profile. Each layer is differs in the feel, in the color, in the depth and chemical composition. These different layers are known as the horizons. Horizon means what? Yes, the uppermost horizon means we are going to discuss the different horizons. So now the different horizons, the uppermost horizon is generally dark in color as it is rich in humus and minerals. The humus makes the soil fertile and provides nutrient to growing plant. This layer is generally soft, porous and can retain more water. This it is called the topsoil or the A horizon also. So next horizon is a lesser amount of humus but more of the minerals, and the compact layer is generally harder and more compact, and it's called B horizon or the middle layer. The third layer is the C horizon, which is made of the small lump of the rocks with the cracks and crevices. Okay, and below this there is a layer of the bedrock which is hard and difficult to dig with the spade. Now, parts of the soil. So as you know, withering of the rocks produces small particles of various materials. These includes sand and clay, depends upon the rock from which the particles were formed. That is the present rock. The mixture of the rock particle and humus is called soil. Okay, soil means what? The mixture of rock particles as well as humus is called soil. So living organisms such as bacteria, plant roots and earthworm are also very important for the part of the soil. Now we will see the withering process. Now the soil is formed by breaking down of rock by the action of wind, water and climate. This process is known as withering. Here you are able to see how the soil is made. Here just see the parental material, means the big rock is present, and because of the wind, rainfall and the heat and the cold climate, means as you are aware there is a three different seasons are there, means rainy season, then summer season, rainy season and winter season. So in summer season what happen, the rocks is acquiring more heat, or they are absorbing the more heat. In winter season what happen, in summer season they are getting more heat. In rainy season, as the rainy season means as you are aware that when any substance is very hot and if we are putting the water, so what happen, yes, there means in the rock there is a small cracks are there, and in the cracks also that water is going. Okay, and the water has no any outlet to come out, it is there at the same place in the crack only. Then summer season over, then rainy season over, now there is a winter season. As you are aware, water expand after cooling. So this experiment also you can do with the help of a water bottle. Just take any Bisleri bottle and feel and pack it tightly and keep in the deep freezer. So after that you are getting in the next day, if a whole night you are keeping it, and in the next day if you are going to see it, you are able to see the difference in the water bottle size. So why it happened? Because the water inside the bottle it get expands. Okay, so like this what happened, whenever the water is, whatever water is there in the cracks in the winter season, it will get frozen, or it will it will just expand, and by which what happened, the cracks are enlarged, and at a certain time, after certain time, or that what we can say, there is a part of the one rock, means in the two rocks, means it get divided into the two parts. So this is the process is known as withering, and this is continuous till it is get converted into the fine particle. Yes, for this process the law, or we can say so many years are required. It is not like that in the one only this summer, winter and rainy season it is going to happen. It is a very small process, so it is very important natural resource, because for the formation of the soil it requires thousands of years. So we have to take climatic factors as well as the component of soil determine the way the various types of the vegetation crops that might grow in any region. Now just see the making of pot. So which type of soil will prefer for making pot? So pottery is made by forming a clay body into the object of the required shape and heating them to the high temperature in the kiln, which removes all the water from the clay. which reduce the reactions that lead to permeate the changes, including increasing their strength and hardening and setting their shapes. A clay body can be decorated before or after frying. But prior to some shaping process, clay must be prepared. That kneading helps the ensure an even moisture contained throughout the body. Air trapped within the clay body needed to be removed. This is called re-airing and can be accomplished by a machine called as a vacuum or manually by wedging. Once the clay body has been kneaded and de-aired, it's shaped by a variety of techniques. After shaping, it is dried and then fried. Now the most important problem which we are suffering nowadays, it is the soil erosion. But what is mean by soil erosion? So the erosion is the process by which soil and rocks are removed from the earth's surface by exogenetic process such as the wind or water flow, and then transported and deposited in the other locations. While erosion is a natural process, human activities have increased by 10 to 40 times to the rate of which erosion is occurring globally. I mean, it is not like that we are only facing the problem, it is the global problem. Each and every country is suffering from the problem. So, excessive erosion causes the problems such as desertification, decreases the agricultural productivity, and due to the land degradation, sedimentation of the waterways, and ecological collapse due to the loss of nutrients reach upper soil layers. Water and wind erosions are now two primary causes of the land degradation. So combined, they are responsible for 84% of so they are responsible for 80% of the degraded acreage, making excessive erosion one of the most significant global environmental problem. Yes, this is a very big environmental problem. Now, how can or how could we prevent the soil erosion? So, plant grass and ground cover in a huge expansion gardens and on spots fill. Never leave the embankment or the sloped gardens bare and exposed. Ensure that the homes and the other buildings have adequate draining and the water collection systems. Adopt a small piece of land outside our property as our own and create the dislikes for bare and open space around your home, school, universities. We need to means in this way there is a soil formation from the big rock. See, whenever we are considering this fine particles, so it also get what we can say separate out. It is means the minerals, nutrients, oxides of iron. As we are aware, they contain the different ores, means the impure form of the metals. So silica is also there, slate and the sand particles also there. So in this way we can say there is a withering process by which we are getting the soil. Now types of soil. The soil is classified on the proportion of particles of the various size. So the soil contain the greater proportion of the big particles. It is called as the sandy soil. It is the proportion of if the proportion of the fine particles is relatively higher than it is called as clay soil, and the amount of large and fine particle is about the same, then it is called as loamy soil. So there is a sandy soil, a loamy soil, as well as there is the clayey soil. When we are considering the sandy soil, so it is absorbing, or the means whatever water we are pouring, it will drain out fast, so it is not suitable for the agriculture purposes. Now the clay soil is good because the particles are very fine, so the water holding capacity of the clay soil is the bigger one, or the biggest one. Now what happened here, because of they are having very good, or we can say the higher water holding capacity, the water is retained in the soil. So such a soil is very good for such for those plants which require more water. And the last one is the loamy soil. So loamy soil is the mixture of the sandy as well as the clayey soil. So yes, it is drain out the excess water, but it retain the required amount of the water. If it is means exceeding the amount, it is just drain out. Then as it is means what we can say, there is a combination, it is retaining the water also, it is draining the water also. So the means loamy soil is known as good soil for the agriculture purposes. Now the properties of the soil. So whenever we are considering the properties of the soil, so percolation rate properties are the percolation, we have to consider absorption, then there is a moisture. Okay, so these are some properties. So first we will see the percolation rate of the percolation rate of water in the soil. So for to calculate the percolation rate, we have to consider the amount of water divided by percolation time. Now moisture in the soil. So soil moisture is difficult to define because it means different things in the different discipline. For example, a farmer's concept of the soil moisture is different from that of the water resource manager and a weather forecaster. Generally, however, the soil moisture is water what is held in the space between the soil particles. Yes, soil types are dependent on the different kinds of crops. So different types of soils are having the different means in India there is a different types of these soil. So different types of soils are found in different parts of India. In some parts where there is a clay soil, in some part there is a loamy soil, while in some other part there is a sandy soil. So soil is affected by the wind, rainfall, temperature, light, humidity, and these are some important climatic factors actually which affects the soil profile and bring the change in the soil structure and